Welcome, everybody, to a very special bonus episode of Podzilla coming at you out of nowhere, pretty much. And we have two of the Real Latinos joining us for the show. Ismael and Ron, welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Hola.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Or should we say, ¿qué hora? Oh, snap. We did our research. Yeah.
Did your homework, guys. Good job.
That was good, man. This is like the crossover event of the century. I've been looking forward to this. This has been in the works for a while, but we're finally getting a chance to do it.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
The first thing I do when I wake up every morning is go to my calendar and look at how far away the Pacific Rim episode with the Reel Latinos was. The day's finally here.
Well, we're super excited. Guillermo del Toro, please get me on all those episodes. Oh, gosh. What a man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought that's where we could start off because this is a Guillermo del Toro movie. And I know how much you guys love him over on Real Latinos. I think you've done 2 episodes of his films, Pinocchio and Kronos.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah, awesome. So I wanted to, first off, we just wanted to talk about how cool of a guy this dude is. Guillermo's like the best. He's made some amazing movies.
Absolute best.
Do you guys have a favorite Guillermo movie or anything of his that you especially love? Ismael, you've probably got like his whole filmography.
Yeah, his whole filmography is pretty great, right? But I feel like the one that people usually say is Pan's Labyrinth, which is for really good reason. Love Pan's Labyrinth. Shape of Water, I know people are like kind of lukewarm on, and it's kind of like the Oscar curse. Like once you win the Oscars Best Picture, people are like, it's overrated. But I really like Shape of Water. And I think recently, the Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio movie is just sublime. I love it. I mean, who else but Guillermo del Toro to put Pinocchio in fascist World War II Italy? You know what I mean?
That was such a turn for that movie. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, loved it. What about you, Ron?
Yeah, my favorite's Pan's Labyrinth for sure. Yeah, I'm a little basic in that way, but I do think it's one thing about Del Toro is all of his stuff, even the ones that I don't like as much as the other ones, are still like way more distinct and way more like, you know, he's got such a unique vision, and like everything that he brings. So even the ones that I may not like as much as like his, you know, like Pan's Labyrinth or whatever, like I still think that there's so much, you know, like Mimic, I think, is the one that he singles out as the one that he wishes that he could erase.
Oh, true.
But even that, like, just like the creature effects and like the atmosphere of it, and you know, like a lot of like the set pieces that you can tell are like him like not being interfered with by the studio are still like so much more unique than like anything else that, you know, most other you know, like cut rate, you know, filmmakers, you know, get thrown out of, you know. So yeah, he's one of the best. And even if you know, like you're lukewarm on Shape of Water, you know, that's okay. I think it's still got a lot of really special moments in it.
I mean, it's a big swing. I mean, you got to really like buy into the fact that this lady's falling in love with a fish, you know? So, like by those standards, it's like, oh snap. Like I can't believe this is happening in a movie, but you know, I think it's pretty sweet.
I think the thing with Del Toro is like on the surface, a lot of his movies are, you know, like really crazy monster movies or ghost stories or whatever, but that's not really what any of them are about. Like
Never.
all of them are really about, you know, like the human experience and you know, like things about, you know, like identity and stuff like that. I think you just gotta like allow yourself to really like look deeper at what Del Toro's saying with some of his stuff. You know, like Pinocchio is not a story about like you know, like a little puppet. Pinocchio is like
What?
about way more than that.
I watched the wrong movie. No, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you because I really love about what I've seen of his that he just takes really human stories and then gives them this really like creative, I don't know, take. Like his movies every single movie of his has such a creative idea and looks wacky and has all these crazy ideas in it. But yeah, at its heart, it is about people or about humanity, which I love. And I really need to watch more Guillermo stuff, guys. I have not seen Shape of Water. I have not seen Pan's Labyrinth. I've only seen a handful of his stuff. I watched Kronos for the first time when you guys covered it on Real Latinos, and I
Ooh.
absolutely loved Kronos, like his creative take on vampires. It was so cool. And I also really love Crimson Peak, which I watched recently as well. Kind of like this haunted house ghost story.
Also another very underrated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, eh? I never really hear people talk about it, but I was kind of blown away by it. So, yeah, I'm excited to, I don't know, I think after this, after Pacific Rim, I might be taking a little bit of a Guillermo journey. I'm looking forward to it.
That's going to be amazing.
How about you, Bugger?
I love the new Pinocchio movie that came out. I tried to stay away from the new Disney remake because I didn't want that to taint Guillermo's pure vision at all.
Micah, you're missing out. Watch it just so you could compare it, and you'll really
Just
see
elevates
the beauty.
Guillermo's.
You'll see the beauty of Guillermo. It's great.
I admittedly haven't seen too many of his other films, but I was a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies back in the day. Sue me, that's going to get everybody super angry at me. But I watched so many of the behind the scenes, like hours long production videos of the Hobbit movies. And before Peter Jackson was signed back on, Guillermo was originally going to direct all of the Hobbit movies. And just seeing like his part in the pre-production of those films is fantastic. And in an alternate timeline, I would have loved to see a Guillermo-driven trilogy of the Hobbit movies. And there has been recent news of like another Middle-earth trilogy potentially happening. And I'm just praying that Guillermo steps in and steps up to the plate for those ones.
What if? Oh,
Imagine.
That's what we need.
I go crazy thinking about his cancelled like Mountains of Madness Lovecraftian movie as well.
That's
like,
crazy.
Oh man, I'd give anything to see that, right?
Yeah, or his Frankenstein movie that's like Will He, Won't He? That's been, like...
What's he gonna do one?
Yeah, it's been off and on, like, even recently after
gosh.
Pinocchio, people are like, is he gonna do it with Oscar Isaac? I'm like, I don't know.
With Oscar?
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, I get excited, but at the same time, like, the amount of, like, Guillermo del Toro movies that have been announced that have never come out, like, I don't want to get too excited about it, so...
Guillermo just gets you so excited and then never comes out with the movie, and it's just it's pain. It's pain because like everything that he talks about, you really want to watch. I remember he was like linked up to make a BioShock movie for the video game, and I thought, oh, that's just like a match made in heaven for Guillermo and BioShock. But I mean, it never happened. So we'll see. We'll see one day.
Do we have any solid plans on what he's working on next?
I think it's another stop motion, right?
Yeah, it's another stop motion. It's an adaptation of a book. I forget which book it is, but yeah, it's another stop motion thing in the vein of Pinocchio.
I love his stop motion stuff, but the fact that they take so long to make, it's like it's amazing. It's heaven on earth, but it does take like 3 years of potential movies that he's not making.
That's right. And all that for like 5 seconds of footage.
Yeah. He could just go the Tim Burton route and have somebody else do it and slap his name on it. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Ron's always fighting. He's always fighting this Nightmare Before Christmas. He's just furious at Tim Burton.
Give it back to Henry Selick.
Legend says that the amount of time Guillermo spent making Pinocchio is almost as long as the time it takes for Ron to edit an episode of Reel Latinos.
Oh, baby. That's right. That's right. You heard it here first.
No, Del Toro can crack out at least 3 stop motion movies in the time it takes me to edit an episode. He can do that Lord of the Rings trilogy in stop motion in the time it takes me to edit an episode.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I didn't expect this to be like a 2v2 Jaeger fight when we invited you guys on the show, but it seems like this is what it's going to turn into, eh?
Oh, yeah.
It is Podzilla versus Real Latinos.
Yeah.
It is.
We got to drift, Ismael.
Yeah, we got to drift. Let's drift, baby.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, this is a bonus episode. We haven't done many of these before, but we thought we'd just release this in the middle of 2 Godzilla episodes, just for a bit of fun, and just because we wanted to catch up with Ron and Ismael, have them on the show, talk about Pacific Rim, which is like heralded in the kaiju fandom as one of the greats. And I just wanted to revisit it personally because, Micah, I remember me and you watched this when we were kids.
We would have watched it like a year or two after it came out in the old CRT TV of our grandparents' bedroom, and that was where all the best movies were watched.
As Scorsese intended. Yeah. Yeah.
I did not remember a single thing about this movie except for the post-credit scene where Ron Perlman just cuts out of a kaiju carcass.
You remember that?
That's the only thing I remembered. Nothing else. So yeah, it was fun coming back to it after so long and actually being able to appreciate everything a bit more and actually see it with like a new kaiju-focused lens and viewpoint.
Yeah, because I know, and I saw in the credits of this that Guillermo del Toro actually does a personal thank you to Ishiro Honda, the director of Godzilla, which is pretty awesome. And a lot of like behind the scenes stuff and a lot of stuff about Pacific Rim Online, he's always quoting Godzilla and growing up watching kaiju movies and saying how they impacted this. So it's very, very cool to come back to it. Had everyone seen this before?
Yeah, so regrettably, when this came out 2013, I was in high school, and I remember when it came out, it was just one of those movies where a couple of my friends and I just thought like, oh, let's just go to the movie and like let's just watch it. But like we're being little bugger nosed teenagers, not caring about the movie. We're too cool for it, man. And I really regret that was my first intro to this movie, because it is like so giant, right? Like this is such a big movie. You see these Jaegers just like towering over cities, and like these monster movies, I feel like in kaiju movies, they're like, that's what like you really want to see, that grandiose, like huge spectacle of it. And I had it and I missed it. So unfortunately, that was my first time. And then I would just catch clips here and there. And then just last week, to watch it for this episode, is when I really sat down and got to really bask in it. And yeah, I'm glad I did.
I had already been a Del Toro fan for roughly a decade, so yeah, when he had his name on a movie. Plus, so I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con every year, and the summer before this came out, it was everywhere, and like going to the booth and seeing like the maquettes of the kaiju and the Jaegers and stuff. It was really cool to see those things in person. So yeah, like I couldn't wait to go and check it out. And I thought the movie was rad. Saw it a couple times, but I don't think I've seen it since. It's probably been about 8 or 9 years since. So watching it last night was pretty cool, because there was a lot of it that I didn't remember. So
yeah. It came out almost exactly a decade now, so it's a nice little like 10-year anniversary coming back to it after this long.
Yeah, there we go.
Just say that you did it on purpose. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's planned. It's shocking how well it holds up.
Oh yeah.
Even just like the pure CGI in this movie, it is leagues ahead of most things you see nowadays.
Totally agree.
Yeah. I really love that all four of us have had that like same experience, that we watched it ages ago. And then we've all come back to it and kind of have had time to, I don't know, mature a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And just come back to it to watch it for what it was meant to be like. I'm really looking forward to talking about it. Ron, did you have a bit of a synopsis for us to bring us in?
I do have a bit of a synopsis.
Oh, why don't you do that for Reel Latinos, Ron? Dang.
I just do it in post on our show.
Yeah.
Secrets.
In the distant future of 2025, world governments have spent massive amounts of time, money, and resources to construct giant walls around their countries to protect them from enormous monsters called kaiju. In a shock to no one, the walls are useless, and the kaiju break through them easily. Humanity's only hope is Marshal Pentecost. I don't know if Marshal is his name or his rank. A commanding officer in the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps who is very fond of yelling and monologuing, often at the same time. Pentecost assembles a team of multinational kaiju fodder, devoid of personality and dialogue, plus his adopted manic pixie dream daughter Mako and a white savior with a tragic backstory named Raleigh to resuscitate the dormant Jaeger program. Giant robots that humans have to Vulcan mind meld in order to operate. Pentecost plans to use the Jaegers to nuke the breach, an interdimensional rift or something in the ocean that the kaiju come from, because he saw Iron Man do it in Avengers. There's also a B-plot with a couple of nerds that try and Vulcan mind meld with removed kaiju brains or something. Naturally, the kaiju kick the crap out of most of the humans whose names aren't worth remembering, but in the end, Raleigh, Mako, Pentecost, and Chuck, a whiny tough guy with a bad Australian accent, rally and do a Death Star run on the breach. Pentecost and Chuck sacrifice themselves, and Raleigh and Mako sacrifice their sweet, sweet Jaeger in order to seal the breach for good. Or at least until the sequel, Pacific Rim Uprising. I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Oh, gosh. Ron.
That was amazing. That was amazing, Ron. What do you get you in every episode?
Just to make sure that we're all untainted, has everybody here not seen the sequel?
Tainted.
I have not seen the sequel.
I haven't seen it, no.
I have seen Uprising.
Wait, Jasha?
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I'm putting all my cards on the table, guys. When I watched this when we were younger, Micah, I remember just not liking it that much. And I remember being very, just very lukewarm on the whole Pacific Rim thing. And I remember for years after this movie came out, people were all saying, Pacific Rim and Godzilla crossover, it's happening. Next movie's going to be a crossover with the two.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered like not really being bothered by Pacific Rim at all. So when the sequel came out, me and a friend kind of just went along as a joke just to watch it, just to see what it was about. And I don't remember loving that either. So it was very cool to be able to give it a rewatch. And I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. But yeah, I think universally the sequel isn't well looked on upon as opposed to this one.
Yeah, I don't know that hardly anybody that was involved with the original was involved with the sequel. So that's part of why I didn't bother checking it out when it came out.
Yeah, because even Guillermo, I think he was originally going to direct it, and a lot of the main cast was going to come back, but then plans just changed, and it got caught up in the corporate machine a little bit, and they hired a new director to just give their take on the franchise. Interesting.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Get ready for our next episode, guys.
Yeah, let's see. But I thought for this, we could just go around and kind of give a couple points each on what we liked or what we didn't like about the movie. And then, I don't know, talk about the Jaegers, talk about the kaiju, and then wrap it all up. Ishmael, did you want to kick us off with a point?
Let's do it. So a couple points that I did want to talk about right at the beginning. Guillermo del Toro basically saying building walls is not good. So
Yes.
I see you, Guillermo del Toro. I see what you're doing. I see where you're putting. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So that was real nice. And then I also really liked the cold open of like just introducing everything right away. I thought it was really good economic storytelling. Just like, listen, this is where we are. Monsters are here. Is that they don't like say like, oh, because scientifically this and that, all this and the other. It's just like, no, monsters are here. We gotta fight them. And I was just like, heck yes, let's do it. And I just wanted to start off with that point. Just like the very beginning, I thought it was really well made, at least in my opinion. I thought it was just we're in here, let's start fighting. And like, because one thing that you want from a movie of big robots fighting big monsters is to see the big robots fighting the big monsters, right? And so he just says, you know what, let's just like blaze through all the backstory and let's just start fighting. And I thought, heck yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
It's great because that whole first segment of the movie is only about like 5 minutes, and it's just to bring you up to speed with the world, why there are these giant kaiju and metal freaking humanoids walking around. But I don't know. I at the end of that 5-minute period, I just sat there and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's like its own short film. That was done perfectly."
Yeah, it was pretty great, pretty great. Yeah, but I don't know if do y'all have any dissenting opinions over there?
So,
Ron, you thought it was good or not?
Yeah. So, okay, this is actually part of what was going to be one of my points, because the first time I saw it, I thought it was cool, but it didn't really leave a lasting impression on me. One of the things, like, especially when this came out, I'm sorry to say, a little more of a quote unquote film bro than I am now. I think
I think I was as well, Ron.
Yeah, I think I've chilled out a little bit.
Cut the stream. Yeah, let's cut this.
But so I remember like having a hard time with one, some of the dialogue, and two, just like getting around the whole like just having Jaegers didn't make sense to me. Like it just seems so inefficient and stuff. And I don't know if part of it's because I've been listening to this podcast so much now, but when I was watching it last night, I was like, this is just cool. Like that's the point. Like the point isn't realism. Like who cares if they're a waste of money and inefficient? Like, we just want to see big robots punch big monsters in the face. And you know what? Like this movie excels at big robots punching big monsters in the face. And it dawned on me that Guillermo del Toro, he grew up on monster movies. He grew up on Godzilla and Frankenstein, and like he probably grew up on like some steampunk stuff, and he probably grew up reading manga. And this movie is a manga. Everything about this, from the designs to the dialogue to like the story beats, this is just a manga on film. I'm very surprised that this isn't like adapted from something, or it might be. I don't know. I didn't really do a lot of research. and again, because I've been listening to the show for a while and I've been watching all the Godzilla movies and stuff, like I appreciated so much more of it this time around, and I was just so in on all of the design choices and all of the like, like let's just have a big sword come out of the dude, because you know why? Because it's cool. And that's all you need.
Those rocket punches too, just like boom, or they're like empty the clip, it just starts shooting it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Man. Great stuff.
The Podzilla effect, you love to see it. No, I think like watching these movies has really like changed my opinion on the same kind of stuff. Like, even though these mechs are so like clunky and so slow, I was like, man, this is awesome. It's like so realistic. It's like a even more like updated, realistic take on a whole lot of the kaiju and Godzilla stuff. And you could definitely see that Guillermo's just like taking from things he grew up on, like you were saying, Ron, things that he watched or read in his childhood and wanting to make his version of that. Like this whole movie felt like a Saturday morning cartoon, right? It's just so fun. Yeah. It's just so nonstop. And it's really dumb fun, but it's dumb fun that's done in a smart way. Like Guillermo's purposefully, I don't know if that makes sense, but he's purposely wanting to imitate those kind of things, which is really awesome. And I'm with you, Ishmael. That whole starting part, that whole like first 5 minutes, perfect. Like it's probably the most perfect recap I have seen in any movie recently, at least. Like it brings you up to date on everything you need to know, sets this whole world up for you, creates all this lore that you already know about when you go into the movie. It was awesome.
Loved it.
So what does every super rad sci-fi action adventure monster movie need to make it just that much better? Super rad electric guitar solos. Ramin Djawadi's score.
The music.
Awesome.
It's fantastic.
So rad. Like, yeah, it's just like nonstop and it pumps you up. It like the whole time it reminded me of like, like the loading screen of like a fighting game.
Like Doom or something, or Street Fighter.
Like pick your fighter, like and you're like, let's get into this. Like all the way through. Like I was so like adrenalized through the movie. Like it was kind of like going to like a rock concert and a sporting event at the same time. And it added so much to the movie.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was so epic. I completely like. I didn't remember the music in this movie was so epic, and I've already chucked these songs on like a gym playlist because I am. These things are bangers.
Even in the scenes where they're not like exclusively fighting together, even just like when the giant Jaegers are just walking across the ocean. Like one of my favorite scenes is right at the end when they go and jump down into like the lower levels of the reef to walk up to the rift. And like the weight you feel when they jump off the edge of the cliff and when they hit the ground, the music's just accentuated. And oh my gosh, I was having heart palpitations. Like my inner musician was rocking on to every single thing they did in this movie.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm in the Jaeger. Like, let's do this. Let's kick this.
I know.
I feel so good.
Why haven't they made a video game of Pacific Rim yet, guys? With like this music, you choose to be either a Jaeger or a kaiju. Like,
Jason, do you work in the video games? That's perfect.
I wish.
That'd be amazing. I'd be Hannibal Chow in the video game because that guy's just insane. He's insane.
Ron Perlman, he's crazy in this movie.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
Oh, loved it.
And his outfit.
His outfit's
amazing,
crazy.
right?
The little goggles he constantly wears.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the goggles. Like, that's a beautiful touch.
And the shoes.
Yeah.
The shoes. Yeah, apparently he got to keep those. And then his wife ended up melting them down and making them into high heels. So she currently... That's crazy.
That's a power move from her.
Absolutely. Oh man. But yeah, that whole Ron Perlman like sequence stuff is just I don't know if Ron Perlman has like the strongest jaw in cinema. He's got such a square,
He has
strong face.
Yeah.
And I like he just exudes just tough power.
Mhm.
And every time I see him, I'm like, yikes, I do not want to mess with him. And when he gets like up and close and personal with people, I just it's scary.
I know.
But yeah, perfect stuff.
Great scene when he gets just completely eaten by that like little infant kaiju.
That was hilarious.
He's talking about like, he knew he was going to come out. He knew the child wouldn't survive. Its umbilical cord was wrapped around its neck. Nothing to worry about.
Immediately,
like, perfect
just
comedic timing.
devoured. Oh, love it.
Amazing.
Look, can we talk about Newt? I really want to talk about Newt.
Newt, Charlie Day.
I've been meaning all day to talk about Newt with you guys.
Okay.
Kaiju super fan.
It's weird seeing this movie after years of not knowing who Charlie Day is.
Oof.
And now in modern day coming back and seeing Charlie Day hamming it up, but also in like one of the best acting roles I think I've ever seen him in. I don't know. I think his character as Newt, he's one of the doctors, the scientists, along with Gottfried. And they're like two polar opposites of what scientists are supposed to be. One's super theoretical. Gottfried is like writing on chalkboards all the time. And then Newt is just like a super duper kaiju groupie, I think they call him in the film.
It's like a rock star. Yeah.
He's got tattoos on his arms of all the kaijus. He's like talking to all of his mates about them.
It's so weird seeing it from Charlie Day too, who's just been like the biggest idiot and always sunny.
Right? Yeah.
And now he's a super smart scientist.
Seeing the plot focus on Riley and like all of that giant Jaeger fights and like the battle with all the kaiju, and then Newt's just on his side mission to try and connect and drift with one of them. It's just like the best thing, and for a good portion there, I'm like, this is like the protagonist of the movie here.
Oh gosh, yeah. Actually, like making change and all that stuff. Like, but it's very scary. Like, I thought it was so funny how this dude was like, "Yeah, I want to meet a kaiju one day," and then like very matter of fact, Charlie Hunnam's character is like, "No, you don't want to do that," or something like that. And then when Charlie Day finally meets up with one of them, he's just like pooping his pants, running away, just trying to fit in the bunker. It's just great stuff.
That's such a great sequence too. Like when he's like, "It's after me," and they're like, "No, it's after all of us." It's like, "No, it's really after me," and they're like, "Take him."
They create the whole circle around him.
All back away.
Can I just take a second as well because that's my favorite scene of the whole movie is when he's in the middle of that little circle. The kaiju, I forget which its name is, but it stomps its foot down into the way and with its two giant claws just creates like a little pathway for him to walk up.
Oh,
it's so intimidating.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. It's weird to have this super action-packed monster movie and then have this whole like side plot with this bumbling scientist just trying to track down monster parts. But I really love how they connected it in the end with the monsters actually coming specifically for him, and that was their reason for attacking the city. Like, I loved how all the little plot points connected up towards the end. It was awesome.
To be honest, I think I really like the two scientists, but of the two, I really like the Bern Gorman's character. The more like straight straightforward scientist.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about him. It was just so, I really like vibed with like the way that he was playing this character. I loved it so much. I felt like Charlie Day was like really squirrely, very hyperactive. And I was just like, let's calm down a bit. And I think that's why I really like Burns his character. It was just fantastic.
You can tell that Ismail's a man of academia, because I was like,
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, because Newt, Charlie Day's character, just like, if you've been to grad school, you know that guy, you've met that guy, like, he's really smart, but he's like the cool guy with the tattoos and stuff, and you're kind of just like, okay, I know you know your stuff, but like, I really don't want to have to like do any work with you.
Yeah. And then like that whole thing about like wanting to meet the kaiju, and I'm like, if you're studying these things, you know exactly what they're capable of. Really? You really want to see one in real life? Really?
Yeah.
Like, I know.
And then after the first time he drifts with one and his like eyes are bloodied, his nose
that
is
was
bleeding, he
such a
looks
good
like dead and he's ready to go to do it again.
Yeah, and ready to go again. Yeah. Crazy stuff. But I love that scene too. And of course it's also just like Guillermo's use of like the makeup and stuff. He loves makeup and all that, and like the bloody eyes. That bloody eye is just oof, perfectly done. Loved it.
I think having Gottfried as like the straight and narrow scientist also really lends itself to those final scenes where he's like, okay, Newt, yeah, let's drift together.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Pacific Rim, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of anytime they see it drifting. I was like, oh man, we need a spin-off.
Hong Kong Drift. Hong Kong.
Oh yeah,
Hong Kong Drift.
Hong Kong Drift. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's the name of the video
Love
game.
Yeah.
There we go.
Once the kaiju are all gone, they're going to race Jaegers. That's going to be what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it all for family. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. I really loved Gottlieb. There was a scene when him and Charlie Day's character like were going for a handshake, and Gottlieb he just did not know what Charlie's character was going for, and like ended up just patting him on the hand.
Yeah.
And it's such an overused like Joker movies, but just his performance, it's great.
Works
He
so
just
well.
acted it really well. My first point, guys, is probably about my queen, Rinko Kikuchi, as Mayuko Mori. She was amazing. Such an incredible character.
Yeah.
Mayuko is the best. I almost wish that this movie just focused on her first off,
yes.
and
100%.
her relationship with Idris Elba, and left all the Rayleigh stuff to the side, because Rinko's acting was incredible. She was so great in this. I haven't seen her in anything else. And she just blew me away. What they did with her character, with the backstory, when we got those flashbacks of her as a little kid through the streets with that big crab kaiju just crawling past her. It was so scary and so impactful, and I really, really just loved her as a character. I wish it was focused on her.
Yeah, that little girl also acts her butt off. She looks
I reckon.
absolutely horrified.
Yeah.
It's just, I felt really bad for her. Like, I really hope Guillermo just gave her a hug afterwards. Like, okay, we're done.
You did a good job, honey.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Oh gosh, it looks traumatizing. But I agree. I think like the whole Charlie Hunnam stuff, like if we just leave that to the side and focus on this incredible story, instead, it would have been like soaring. It would have been like marked as one of the greats, not just of a genre movie, but just, I think, truly, because there's so much more to dig into there than what we get with Charlie Hunnam's character.
Yeah, because I didn't love Rayleigh. Like, he was all right. He served a purpose. He was like a cool action movie hero. He did what he needed to do, but I just felt most connected to the story with Mako. I think it would have worked if they'd chucked Rayleigh's character as a side character and just had him as this like hotshot, tormented guy who came in that was kind of her saving grace. Like, I reckon it would have worked a little better.
Yeah.
I think the reason is that like Rayleigh starts off being brothers with Yancey, and they're like some of the best Jaeger pilots in the whole world, since they're brothers and they can drift super easy. Yancey dies in like one of the opening scenes of this movie, But for the rest of it, Rayleigh's just like constantly talking to Mako about how, I died and we were still linked, and you have no idea how much of a toll that takes on someone. But we never really see how much of a toll it takes on him, like at all.
Yeah.
He's just working construction now. That's what it does. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yep. To your point, Jasha, like Mako's backstory of how she gets full on attacked in one of these kaiju rampages through the city. She has like full on PTSD while she's trying to pilot one of the Jaegers. And that seems so much more emotional than anything Riley goes through in the film.
Mm-hmm.
How about that scene when she is piloting the Jaeger and she moves forward and like the whole Jaeger fades to black?
I wanted to talk about this, Jasher. Thank you for bringing this up.
Transition.
That transition was glorious. Like
Incredible.
everything in the back just fades to black. You see the snow start to come in. God, I don't know if it's snow or ashes. Like it's crazy.
That's great. You see like the
Love
reflection of the streets on her visor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, future Oscar winner Guillermo del Toro.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, honestly, like the VFX and the transitions and just the way this movie looked, I loved. It looked so good. Like so much of it was VFX, but so much of it's practical as well. Like it seems like the backgrounds and the backdrops are always special effects. Digital stuff, but then like the immediate area around the cast was practical, and I loved the way it looked.
Yeah, it was a nice mixture, and even like it's very obviously CG.
Yeah.
A lot of like the backgrounds and stuff, but still like it looks a lot better than some stuff that's come out more recently. This movie's a decade old, and even some of the stuff that was like a little uncanny valley for me. I had it in my head that like, but if I was watching this in a theater with 3D glasses on though.
True.
It would look epic. Like this, like everybody talks about Avatar, but like this would be such an epic experience in a huge stadium theater with the full like 3D experience and everything. So I think it's just a credit to Del Toro. Like all that stuff, like it can be used well or it can be used poorly. It kind of just depends on whose hands it's in, and like he. His focus is on story rather than there's a lot of spectacle, but his focus is still on the story and the character, and so that's why the spectacle has the effect that it does. Like he just really knows his craft.
Yeah, the spectacle supports the rest of the movie just so well.
Yeah, it was great. Oh man, I wish I could have seen this in 3D. I forgot that this would have come out in 3D. That would have been amazing.
Little teenage Ismael didn't know what he's missing. He doesn't know what he missed. Just can't believe I did that.
I'm an old man. I was already grown and married and everything when this came out, so I knew exactly what I was doing.
I really like the parallels of like you need two people to operate a Jaeger, and kaijus also have two brains. Like they're very like connected in that way, like Charlie Day just said it's like a one line thing where he says like, yeah, that's like one of the brains. What about the secondary brain? Because like it's so big it can't operate just on one brain alone. And then I thought, well, very nice. Guillermo. Like I like what you're doing here. Like it also kind of brings like a little bit of humanity to the kaijus when like they go over they cross the rim, and then like when they're gonna go blow up all these people, or all these kaiju, I guess, like these little green men, like the fear in the eyes of like the leader or something like that when like they see the explosion about to happen. I'm just like, yo, like these guys are like literally just us, just on the other side. I was thinking like what's like their perspective in this whole battle, because if the Jaegers are two people operating a big machine, and from what it seems like what Day's saying, that kaijus have these two brains and they seem to be clones, and like they seem to be cloning these things and creating these kaiju. Like what's the story on the other side of the rift? I just think it's like really, really cool. And then on top of that, the kaiju brains being in the lab that look like in their like jars. I don't know what Guillermo likes about having like life, like body parts in jars, kind of like the idea of like having the idea of like life in the palm of your hands or something. But Guillermo loves it, and I love Guillermo, so
Yeah.
it's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I noticed he thanks Cronenberg in the credits too. So I mean,
Does
there's
he?
Oh,
definitely
Oh, there
damn.
we go.
Cronenberg is one of the guys that he thanks. So, but yeah, he knows how to humanize creatures and all like, obviously Shape of Water, but like, the two Hellboy movies, especially Golden Army.
Mhm.
There's the sequence with like the big like plant tree thing that's like really heartbreaking in the middle of this like goofy, like comic book movie. But even like stuff like his early stuff, like Kronos, he like you can tell that he has a thing about like being othered and like and really humanizing like what we see as monsters, and like even when they are the quote unquote bad guy, um like he adds more depth and dimension than like say like a I don't know, like a Jurassic World or like an Alien sequel or something like
Yeah,
that. Like he,
100%.
like he really tries to show that there's more to them than just like, a mindless beast.
Mm.
And, like I think that's really cool, even when we are rooting for them to get their brains bashed in by rocket punches.
Yeah, it's a fantastic moment early on when like it hits you that just like how the humans have created the Jaegers as their weapons, this ancient civilization of maybe aliens have also created these kaiju as weapons.
Mhm.
It's like, oh shoot,
Mhm.
the kaiju aren't really the real threat here.
Mm-mm.
And then you see some of those images from Charlie Day's characters, like when he drifts with the kaiju, and you see just like the rows of all of these different kaiju being cloned from each other.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, and even like the offhand comments of how this alien species back in the day tried to take over the Earth once with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's like it creates such a huge scope for this alien civilization.
Yeah, I loved it as well. And you're just blowing my mind, Ishmael. I didn't even think of that comparison with the two pilots and the two brains. Like,
Thank you.
it's pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah. As soon as he said it, I was like, you little scoundrel.
Yeah, my friend.
Loved it.
What a guy.
Yeah, so okay, we've already hit Rinko Kikuchi and Charlie Day and Ron Perlman. There's another member of this cast that really sells the movie,
Mhm.
and that is Idris Elba.
Come on.
Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall Pentecost, always yelling, always monologuing, even yelling quietly. I wish I could yell quietly like him.
I know.
But we were talking about like there's ancillary characters that we feel like would be better in the central roles than Charlie Hunnam's Raleigh. I don't think there's anything wrong with Raleigh or Charlie Hunnam's performance.
Yeah.
I think it's just that like at the time, Charlie Hunnam with Sons of Anarchy in the US, like I think he was just like the biggest name.
That's right.
But yeah, like I think he's better served as like a narrative thing. And yeah, all the interesting characters are the side ones. And Marshall Pentecost is definitely like, I would love a prequel of
Yes.
like of him in his prime,
Mhm.
like in his Jaegering days. Like I think I think that would be really cool, because Idris Elba, one, like he's one of the best actors that we have.
Mhm.
There's a danger in cliche with a role like this, and he never goes too far into anyone, like I keep bringing up like how he's always yelling, but like he never takes that into caricature. Like you
No.
could go into caricature with him being like the adoptive father. Like there's all sorts of different like archetypes that you could like go too far, but because of like him and his Shakespearean background, like he sells it 100%, and he's the heart and soul of the movie for sure. Like he's super like in that Obi-Wan Kenobi Gandalf, whatever you want to put it, role.
Mhm.
Yeah, like he's so awesome, and I'm so glad that like he got put in this. And I think he has this to credit to him, like kind of like rising and being in a bunch of other things
True.
after this, because I don't think a lot of people knew who he was before this, but I'm glad they do now.
Yeah.
I really loved him in this. Like exactly what you were saying. There's times when it felt like he was being really harsh to Mako, but then straight afterwards he'll turn that around and have like a little scene with her, and you'd realize that it actually is coming from the heart. And he played that character and that dynamic and that relationship just really well. He completely sold me on it. It was amazing. And I love that Idris Elba just does so many like weird sci-fi, weird movies like this. It's awesome that he's in this. He's in like Prometheus as well, which I love. He's in one of the Ghost Rider movies.
Yeah.
Like he's just all over the place doing these crazy, awesome performances. It's great.
What's everybody's favorite Idris moment from this movie?
Favorite Idris moment.
I mean, like, I think there's only one, right? Like there's two like huge speeches in sci-fi cinema. One's Bill Pullman in Independence Day, and the other one is Idris Elba canceling the apocalypse.
Canceling the
Yes.
apocalypse is the best line ever read. Canceling a whole apocalypse. We needed Idris Elba on the front lines of COVID. Like, this is what we needed. Like, he's just, I mean, he commands authority. He's just so strong. So like, you gotta, if you don't listen to him, like you're screwed. Like, I don't know. He's just, yeah, I think him saying that he's canceling the apocalypse, that's fantastic. I love that. Also, when he suits up, like when he suits up, he looks dope.
Yeah, that reveal. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like those, the monologue, him suiting up, like those are all super cliche moments, but like in the hands of Guillermo del Toro and Idris Elba, they're not cliche. They're just awesome. And that's exactly like, that's everything about what this movie is. It's like, it's in the right hands.
Yeah. I think my favorite Idris scene, and it's probably because I've just seen way too many GIFs of it, but it's when he's talking to the scientist and he's like, "You shut up. You keep talking." It's like wagging his finger.
I love that.
I was going to say, I
So
love
good.
those like unintentionally but intentional funny moments from him. There's another one where, who's he talking to? He's talking to Riley, and Riley like grabs his arm and he's like, 1, don't you ever touch me. 2, don't you ever touch me.
I loved that so much.
He plays them so well.
Yeah. And what I love is that like it's totally sincere what's going on. There's no like wink wink nudge nudge, look how silly this is. It's like fully in on the whole movie, on the whole it's just so good. But Micah, I totally co-sign that. It is such a good scene. I loved it so much. I know that like I think Guillermo initially was gonna put Tom Cruise in this role or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Wow.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think. I mean, sorry to all the Tom Cruise heads, you know, like I get it. He's got his place in movies, but there's no way like he can even stand up to someone like Idris in this. Like he commands.
Literally.
But yeah, literally. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Little ball of dynamite there, Tom Cruise.
It's also great, like, even though there are so many side characters in this film, they still create room to give Idris like a real compelling backstory as well. He was one of the first Mark 1 of the Jaeger pilots, and he says that back in that day, the last thing they cared about was like radiation shielding. They just wanted to defeat these kaiju. And it's great. You see him like popping his pills throughout the movie, and there's always elements of mystery throughout this movie where there are always things you don't know about characters. They're holding their cards very close to their chest.
Yeah, I loved it. It's almost too compelling because, like, as Jason was saying earlier, like now we just want Idris and Rinko Kikuchi, that movie. Like, it's just so good.
They just chew the scenery. It's awesome. It's so cool.
There's just so many cool things about this movie. And we'll probably get into like specific ones a bit later, but I just love how Guillermo created the idea of these giant mechs and Jaegers in this movie. I've seen only the trailer for the second film, but even from that, it seems like they take the Jaegers from this real menacing, imposing machine and weapon into something that's like, in this movie, they're all real grounded and you can feel the weight of them whenever the camera's on them fighting. Like, the camera thumps along with every single footstep they do. They're all so slow in all their movements. In the second movie, it seems like they all have like these giant laser swords and are doing backflips around each other. I think that's one of the reasons why that movie wasn't rated as well. But in this movie, they just feel so much like weapons. And I think that's one of the main points in this film. And it succeeds on it with flying colors because you see it. They don't always have these super intricate weapons in this movie. It's all about that hand-to-hand combat. And even when they do, I just feel like it makes sense. Like there's that one scene where I think, yeah, Gypsy Danger is fighting off with that giant kaiju who's just grown wings and has taken to the skies.
Oh, amazing
And
scene.
and Mako's like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, I got this." Presses the button to bring out the huge chain sword.
Mhm.
But even in those moments where like it could be a real epic and fluid motion, you see like the chainsword falling for a few seconds, and like they're trying to get all the pieces to link together, and it's not
Yeah.
working. Like everything still has ramifications, and I don't know. I just love what they did with all of the Jaegers in this film.
Yeah, the Jaeger fights as well are just they feel so like kinetic. I don't know. It just looked awesome to watch.
Mhm.
The destruction was really cool, and I also love how it took time to not just have like huge explosions going off everywhere, sparks flying, but it also took time. Like I feel like every fight scene there was a second when it focused on something small. Like I think in Hong Kong, when Gypsy's fighting one of the kaiju, they're going all at each other, just punching, explosions. But then you get 1 second, and we see like the inside of this office as it's just getting demolished by
Right,
Gypsy's
yeah.
arm, and it like clicks off the Newton's cradle
Oh.
just as Gypsy's saving Newton, which is funny. But it's pretty awesome that like it takes time to focus on little bits and pieces here and there and not just show you huge scenes of destruction. It was cool.
I don't wanna, like, bash other movies too much, but, like, one of the things about, like, say, the Transformers movies is, like, I can never tell what's going on,
Yeah.
and, like, the way that this stuff is staged, like, even though they're, like it's some like, the concept of a Jaeger and the concept of a kaiju is, like, it's hard to wrap your head around for, like, us that, like, we don't have those in real life, So, but the way that they like they design the creatures and the robots and stuff, it's like it's methodical. Like they definitely like made sure to ground it all in reality. So like the destruction that's around them, the way that they, like you feel the hits on both sides and stuff. It's not
Mm.
like it doesn't look like like old, like Power Rangers, like sock puppets hitting each other, like
Yeah.
there's like, and that's why it's like when I said earlier about like sort of humanizing the kaiju, like even when the kaiju gets hit, like even though you're rooting for them to get hit, like you feel like they felt that
Yeah.
hit,
Mm.
they
Yeah.
felt the blow. And again, like that's another reason why this is kind of like more of a stand up and cheer movie, because just the way that they staged everything, it's super, like you said, kinetic and like and really grounded.
Just feels so dangerous as well. Like when the kaiju are ripping into one of the Jaeger's heads, and you're
Mhm.
seeing from the perspective of the pilot, seeing the claws like getting
Yeah.
close to them. It's crazy,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Absolutely crazy.
One of my favorite shots in the whole film, it was the one that closed off the original trailer for this movie. But it's when the kaiju leatherback, the one that looks like King Kong, a giant gorilla,
Mm.
just picks up one of the Jaegers and just chucks him across the air.
Yeah.
And he's like in the air for a good 3 seconds, but every single second in the air, it just feels so weighty. And he finally hits down on the ground, and you're like, oh, he scrapes
Ooh.
along the ground. But and even in that moment, like the Jaeger brings itself back up onto his knees, and it's so epic, but there's never any loss of that heaviness to any of the sequences.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, I feel like I know that like in some of the special features for this movie, Guillermo was talking about like when they were creating all these Jaegers, like each one having their own personality. Like you could definitely tell who's fighting and like what kind of background they're coming in with
Yeah.
when creating this Jaeger. Like the Russian Jaeger is not the same as the American Jaegers,
Mm.
right? And like
Mm.
in the way that they're designed and the way like you could just like the silhouettes of them just look so distinct between one another.
Mhm.
And like when Ron was saying, like usually in other movies with really big sort of stuff going on, like CGI going everywhere, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint what's going on just because a lot of it's like, for example, the Transformers, very shiny, very sharp stuff. Everyone's got the same metal face, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so who's talking? Is it Optimus Prime right now? All right, I don't know. But like, but with this, it's like very distinct design
Mm.
for each one of the Jaegers. Like you could tell that each one had like a lot of love, a lot of thought behind it instead of just like copy paste and changed the arm, copy paste and changed one or the other thing. It's just fantastic stuff.
Yeah, and I think that probably leads me into my last point, but I really loved the Jaegers, how they looked, and I just wish that we got to know, like, some of the other pilots a bit more, because the
Yes.
Russian pilots, we hardly get any time with it at all.
Mhm.
I think they hardly say a couple words in the movie. The Chinese pilots, like, I loved is it Crimson Typhoon?
That's
Crimson
the one.
Yeah.
The
Typhoon, yeah.
3-armed
Mhm.
Jaeger. It looked awesome, but we didn't really know them at all. And same with the monsters. I just felt like all of them looked very similar, and it was hard for me to tell them apart. And I know,
Mhm.
like, in Godzilla movies or in other monster movies I've watched, when a specific like kaiju jumps on screen, you're like, "Whoa, it's that guy!
Mhm.
He's so cool. He's so unique. He's so different." And these just kind of all morphed into one for me. Near the end, there
Mhm.
were some slight differences. Like one had a bit thicker arms, or one had wings, or one looked more like a fish. But I wish that the kaiju had a bit more character, and then we were able to spend some more time with the pilots.
Mm.
But again, they did awesomely for the length of the movie. I think I'm just wanting this to be like a 3-hour like
Right.
epic. I just want more, you know?
Same, same.
Like this
Yeah.
would be a super cool animated series and like have
It
each
would.
episode
Don't they have
focus
an
on.
animated
There
series?
is one.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, there's a Netflix show called Pacific Rim: The Black, which
Oh,
apparently
no
is
kidding.
awesome.
Why haven't we
Yeah.
seen this?
All right.
I heard it's
I
pretty
don't know,
good too.
need to.
Yeah.
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 Coming soon to Podzilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reel Latinos back in action. We come back.
I know.
Yeah. But I totally agree, Jay, specifically, but like how I feel like the Jaegers had all this attention to detail, and then the kaiju were just like big reptiles. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, okay, cool. So they're big reptiles. And I also agree, like the one that I wanted more background on for in terms of the Jaegers was the Crimson Typhoon,
Yeah.
the Chinese Jaeger, because that's the only 3 piloted one. Like, what's going
It's
on
pretty
there?
cool, right?
Yeah, it's
Genius
so cool.
idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so cool.
The one that I will dissent a little bit in the I agree with like I wanted more from like all the other Jaeger pilots and stuff. But
Mm.
as far as the kaiju go, like, and I'm sorry, but this is where my like biology nerd background is going to come in. Like from
Here
an
we go.
evolutionary standpoint,
This is great. We need
like
you.
the fact that like they're all so similar, like I buy that they're the same species, like just with like slight variations like that. I mean, I get what you're saying too, because when you watch like All Monsters Attack or whatever, having those distinct creatures come in is really cool. But selling that these are all like from the same place, I appreciated that there was that.
Well, they're clones, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
appreciate that
Yeah.
there the similarities there.
Does
so.
make
That's the
sense.
thing. All of these kaiju have like the same look, like they're from the same alien species. And I think you have to have a little bit of through line on that, regardless of how they look or what kind of animals they're based off of.
Plus, if you're going to sell action figures, when all
Yeah.
you have to do is change the head, I mean, that eases the production.
One's got wings.
You're right.
The other one's got
One's got a
tentacles on the face. Yeah.
I also just love how they called kaiju in this. Like the word kaiju is just thrown around so casually, and it's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like any big monster is a kaiju. It's awesome.
Yeah, normalize kaiju. Yeah.
Yes, we need to. And speaking of kaiju, should we just get into, I don't know, should we talk about the specific kaiju and the specific Jaegers and maybe pick our favorites?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so I have a list of all the kaiju. It might be a little hard to tell them apart, but I'll list them off here. So at Category 2, we have Onibaba.
Ooh.
Category 3, we have Knifehead and Yamarashi. Category 4, Mutavore, Leatherback, Otachi, Raiju, and Scunner. And then the big Category 5 is Slattern. That's the one that comes in right at the end.
Slattern.
I gotta say, my favorite one is actually of the lowest category, Onibaba.
Mine too, Ishmael.
Oh
yeah,
my
the crab
gosh.
guy.
Guys,
Yeah,
this
the
is
crab
my
guy?
favorite too.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. Ron, please bring it home. Don't do this to us.
Yeah, I got you guys know how big of a King Kong fan I am, so I have to.
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
go
I
with,
understand.
Yeah.
I
is
understand.
it leatherback, leatherneck?
Leatherback.
Leatherback.
Leatherback, yeah. That's
Leatherback.
the way that one moved. Plus, that's my favorite scene in the movie is that fight.
Yeah.
That like
That
that gets
throw.
me so pumped up. I can watch that over and over again. Yeah.
Okay, Ron, get out of here. We're gonna geek out about Onibaba for a
Yeah,
second.
bye, Ron. Yeah, I loved Onibaba. Like, I like it looked from from what they were talking about, it was like supposed to be like a fusion between a Japanese temple and a crustacean. And the
Mm.
Wow,
crustacean
a temple.
definitely, yeah, it's crazy. And like I thought it looked like the most unique, and it also might be just because of the acting from the orphaned Mako, right? Who's just does such a great job of being absolutely terrified and having this big, huge crustacean just like going after you and you alone. It almost seems it's fantastic. I love that scene.
I'm with you. I just loved how different it looked to everything else, and exactly just the scene that it was utilized in. Young Mako locks eyes with it,
Mm.
and it's crazy. You just see this like huge crab monster's eyes and its face, and it just looks so terrifying. I love it.
I think I really like it because I love the kaiju in this that are almost at the extremes and super different from all the rest. Like my second favorite would be Leatherback because it's one that has like these huge arms and legs and is able to jump on the kaiju and start ripping them apart, which none of these other ones really do. But Oni Baba, I think it's so great because you see it in the flashback of Mako. And while I really, really don't like that it didn't have a fight with one of the Jaegers, because I would have loved to see that. I think it's also so cool because of that.
Mm.
Like, we don't even need to see the fight, but you already just see how awesome it is clawing at the ground, trying to scurry in and get to Mako. Like, it stands on its own as a really great idea.
Highly agree.
Yeah. And is that when Pentecost defeats it, right? We just see it off screen.
Right.
And he's
Yeah.
standing triumphant over it. Yeah. Oh man, it's awesome. And then should we talk about the Jaegers as well? Because my favorite guys, there were only a few Jaegers. My favorite was Crimson Typhoon,
Yeah.
which was the Chinese Jaeger.
Oh yeah.
Just because again, it was so different. It had 3 arms, it had 3 pilots.
And it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Jay. Sure. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I really love Crimson Typhoon though. Like yeah, when like all 3 arms like extend out, I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's so
Just
cool.
going in for punch after punch after punch. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I do have to say though, I think one of my favorite Jaegers was the Cherno Alpha, the Russian Jaeger.
Mm.
I think just because it looked like a big old tin, like it just looked like completely unique,
Very
like,
Soviet.
very
Yeah.
Soviet. Yeah. Yeah. And I just like I thought it just looked so again, like I think I really like going towards like these unique looks, like the Cherno Alpha. Just you could spot it a mile away, just like the way that the head is shaped. I just thought it was really, really cool. It just looked awesome. But overall, like in terms of functionality, if I were to buy my own Jaeger, I'm going Crimson Typhoon all the way. Like 3 arms, whew, forget about it.
That's the 3 Reel Latinos in Crimson Typhoon, right?
Right.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, Crimson Typhoon for sure. Yeah, because that well, like I said, like I'm a sucker for red.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, like that, the third arm like definitely adds like a little extra oomph.
Yeah.
That's the one that I wish we would have got to see have a bit more of a hero moment before they got taken out. Like
Same.
it would have been cool to see them like get a little more, but maybe in the cartoon. I don't know. I'll check it out when we're done recording.
That's good. Yeah, I'm with you, Ishmael. Cherno Alpha, the Russian one.
Yeah.
I love its bucket head. There's something about it.
Right? I love it.
It doesn't look like a conventional mech. I think all of the other Jaegers have these like real cool powers, like Striker Eureka. That's the one that Pentecost ends up piloting along with Chuck.
The Australian one, eh?
It has like these huge scissor hands in that final battle. It's got these missile launchers. Cherno Alpha just has arms. Like they extend back and can punch really hard.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very simple, but very, very effective. Just real punch.
I know that there are also some books, novels, and graphic novels, as well as the other TV shows like the Netflix animation. And I'm just so excited to see what other ideas they come up with for Jaegers, because it seems like such endless potential.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was reading after watching the film, and apparently Guillermo and his team designed over 200 Jaegers and kaiju, and there were get together like every night of production and then like vote on which ones were the coolest and which ones they should put in the film. So it's pretty crazy. I want to see all 200 of them.
Yeah, no kidding. There's your video game.
Yeah, that's the video game. Yeah,
Yeah.
make your own
there it
Jaeger.
is.
Oof,
Oh.
customizable Jaegers. That'd be awesome.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine if they had a ride at like a Universal or something like that, where like you get to pilot a Jaeger and fight like
Oh
a
my
kaiju,
gosh.
and then you
Oh,
get
yeah.
off, and then you go, and there's a gift shop that's just like a bunch of different pieces, and you can make your own Jaeger.
Ron.
Oh, Ron,
Someone
what's
pay me
cool?
money.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
TM Podzilla, TM Reel Latinos.
Yeah,
Like,
please,
yes,
please.
yes.
On the topic as well, I don't think there is like a proper video game, but I did some quick research. Apparently, there's an Oculus Rift game,
Really?
which puts you in the body of a Jaeger.
oh, that makes sense.
I have an
Yeah.
Oculus. I haven't used it in quite a while, but my homework is to go in like in a week or so,
Nice.
check out this Pacific Rim game and the experience of being in a Jaeger, I feel like it's part of none.
That's
Right.
right. Oh, it just looks so sick. Like, yeah.
And having GLaDOS as your like AI
Yeah,
AI voice in the
it
back.
straight up sounds like
I
that.
couldn't believe that when I heard it.
It's
Yeah.
So a little bit of trivia. It actually is the voice of GLaDOS from the Portal games. She's like
straight
the
up?
I was gonna say,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's probably like an Easter egg. Like I bet they did it on purpose.
It's the voice of Ella McLean, and apparently, so if you go back to the first trailers for this movie, she actually sounds so much more like GLaDOS. Like all the filters are popped up to the max. And apparently Guillermo talked with Valve, the creator of the Portal games, and was just like, hey, can we just have GLaDOS in our movie?
So it's not even the same voice actress, it's just literally GLaDOS is in the
Yeah.
Pacific Rim universe.
It's canon.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, "No way!" Like I thought it was just like, "Oh, they got someone that sound like a sound alike or something."
Yeah.
But the fact that it's the
the
straight up
actual one.
same actress and the same like voice, it's just great. Good
it's
stuff.
pretty cool.
There are a few references to like other franchises, more specifically in the sequel to this, where I know they have like on billboards a bunch of Gundam mech designs as well,
Oh,
and
Oh, like proper Gundam.
proper Gundam
Wow.
mechs, yeah. And also, you can link it back to Godzilla properly because in the second, I know this is about the first movie, but I'm just a huge Godzilla nerd if you hadn't noticed. They have a giant screen of all of the different kaiju that they've seen over the past few years, and quite a few of them are named after Godzilla characters. So you have ones like named Gigan, Baragon, Varan, which are all ones we've talked about and know about. It's really, really cool to see. Like the director came to Twitter a few years ago and he said that he had plans for this to be a trilogy of Pacific Rim movies. And the third movie was going to link all of them up to the new Godzilla MonsterVerse with King Kong and all the recent movies that are happening.
Oh my goodness. This isn't Guillermo, right? This is the director of the second
Yeah, this
one?
is, I don't know his name, but it's so cool to think that we would have gotten this. And he said he would have made it happen if the sequel did a bit better.
Crazy. I don't know how they would have tied it in though. Like this a post-apocalyptic world where
Right?
they're just going up against kaiju every day. The whole world's in disarray.
How many times are they going to destroy the Golden Gate Bridge? Like,
yeah, yeah. Anything to see Godzilla versus a Jaeger, though, right?
My dreams of Godzilla versus Jaegers are dashed, except for the hope that one day the Jaegers will come up in Godzilla Battle Line.
The mobile game. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be cool. A cool expansion. Yeah.
Oh, imagine. Well, should we touch on our favorite characters as well? I know I've probably mentioned them in the episode, but mine, of course, is Mako Mori. She was amazing. I need to track down more stuff that the actress Rinko Kikuchi has done because I think she's in is there a movie called Babel?
Babel, yeah. Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, Iñárritu is actually I think like Guillermo talks about how he's just saying like, oh, I really need like an actor, and Iñárritu was like, well, I worked with this person in Babel and she was
Wow.
fantastic. I think she got nominated for her work in Babel too,
Yeah, I think she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Yeah.
for Best Supporting
Flip.
Actress in the Oscars. So Iñárritu kind of like helped make that happen.
That's so cool.
Of like getting her on Pacific Rim. So yeah, it's pretty great.
I'm the same, Daisha. Like Mako, I think she's just such a cool idea for a character. Having somebody who's directly encapsulated in the world of kaiju so much so that her family's been killed by them, and the whole story of her retribution, like she's training and she's become such a good fighter because she wants to get revenge against these creatures that have destroyed her world.
But that's what's holding her back as well. It's pretty cool.
That's what's holding her back. And Pentecost is also like, I know the dangers of this. You don't want to go there. Yeah, she's the most compelling character in this movie for me.
I mean, I highly agree. I think she does a fantastic job. But to shine a light on someone else, I'm like, for my favorite, I'm between Idris Elba and Ron Perlman, and I'm kind of want to give it to Ron Perlman just because how
Nice.
over the top it goes. Like, it is
Yeah.
insane. This dude's got the black market for like all this stuff. His
Kaiju
introduction,
bone dust, right?
yeah, bone dust, yeah, really makes you really makes you it makes you ready, according to Ron. And it's just, I don't know, he's just, I feel like he could have his own like TV series of like just like crazy stuff going on with,
Oh
with all that.
man.
Like, it's just, he's just like a great villain, I feel. And like I said, I think he just has the perfect tough guy face, and so I think it just edges it out for me. But Idris, he's got the perfect like suave face. So I mean, I guess in this scenario, I'm just going straight for the tough with Ron Perlman because it's been, and like Micah said, those goggles, those like glass goggles things, amazing stuff. When he's gonna whip them out, yeah, it's just love it.
And the reveal that he tried to link with a kaiju before in the past as well.
It's insane. Yeah, like, and the fact that he was doing it like not with like, I'm assuming not with the crazy sophisticated equipment that like that Charlie Day has over in his lab. Like, Ron Perlman's just making it do it on his own, like
Yeah.
underground villainous like mad scientists, and like, all right, let me link up with this kaiju. Like, it's crazy.
So my favorite is also Mako. But I don't really think that I have anything to add to what you guys said. So I do want to take a moment to spotlight Clifton Collins Jr., who plays Tendo Choi. He is the Mexican-American member of the
Yeah.
cast. And so
He was
being that
great.
we are from Real Latinos, I want to
That's
shout
right.
him out as the guy in the chair.
Yeah, you have to have one.
He's the one
You
with
know
the
it.
with the suspenders and the bow tie and the sideburns.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got such a look
yes.
about him.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, he was great. Before we go into our ratings, I've just got a few more pieces of trivia for the film. So first off, Guillermo went into Pacific Rim really wanting to make it like a just complete homage to the kaiju movies he watched as a kid, Godzilla included. But he wanted to do something a bit different to most kaiju movies and wanted to give it a really strong message behind it. And his words were, the pilot's smaller stories actually make a bigger point, which is that we're all together in the same robot in life. Either we get along or we die. The idea of the movie is just for us to trust each other, to cross over barriers of color, sex, beliefs, whatever, and just stick together.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's pretty
That's a
cool.
good one. Classic Guillermo coming back to the personal
Fantastic.
stories.
Yeah.
Guillermo, what a lad. Am I right? What a
What a guy.
what a guy. Should to go give him a hug.
So much heart.
Fantastic.
And then I've also got that the giant monsters, so the kaiju in this, were always intended to be computer generated, but they were all designed from the ground up from the notion that they could be worn as suits,
Cool.
like in traditional kaiju films. So when they
Wow.
went into designing these things, they actually gave space to put people in if people were going to be in them, and actually made their heads a bit larger, their necks a bit larger, like
That's awesome.
tried to
That's
tried to
great.
make it look the same, which is real cool, right?
Amazing. Got to get one of them like gliding through on their tails.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Got to get one of those. Yeah.
I've actually got another piece of trivia, actually. So there's a
Oh, there we go.
novelization of this movie. Came out a few months after. I might be wrong on that, but it goes through the whole movie, expands on a lot of the human characters and a lot of the human stories. I do think the Chinese triplets have a chance to shine a bit more in that book.
Oh, cool.
But one thing I really loved about this movie was the fact that Riley and Mako didn't end up having like a great blockbuster romance throughout this whole film. There are nods to it here and there, but like one of my favorite things in this movie was getting to that last scene where they pop out of the life rafts and they just go for a hug instead of a kiss.
Oh yeah.
I think it gives a bit more weight to the story. But the novelization actually takes a different route and makes them have like a full-blown romance, and it ends that scene with a kiss in the finale. And apparently Guillermo filmed 3 different endings for the movie and screened them to test audiences to see how well they reacted to each stage and each different cut of their relationship at the end. And I'm real glad they went with this one.
Same. I thought that they were gonna go for it. They were gonna like have the kiss, and I said, "Please don't do this, Guillermo. We're at the very final stretch. They don't need a kiss. They could just be platonic friends, and they don't go for the kiss. And I'm really glad they didn't. Yeah, I totally agree.
I've got a bit of trivia too.
Oh, do you? Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's some special thanks in the movie. We already mentioned Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. Also, so listeners of our podcast will know that the 3 amigos of Mexican cinema are Guillermo del Toro and his buddies Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu and Alfonso Cuarón, who are both thanked, along with David Cronenberg and James Cameron in the credits. So the original cut of the movie was about 2.5 hours long, and del Toro wanted to cut it down a bit. So he asked Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu and Alfonso Cuarón to edit the movie, and they cut like 20 minutes out of the movie.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
They always do that, by the way. I love that they do this, but literally, I mean, of course, it's all Hollywood legend, but like they always, like when they have their movie ready to go, before they do it, they always screen it to the other 2, and they're like, "Let me know what to do here."
That's awesome.
And I love that they did that with this too. I mean, I love Iñárritu, but the fact that he's watching this kind of movie, it's kind of like dumbfounding to me, but I think it's great. Yeah, he's gonna be like, "What you want to do is go and get this," and you gotta, and like he's just so like intense in Iñárritu, and like to tell him like, "You gotta get the Jaeger, and you really gotta," like I just yeah, it's great stuff. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so cool. Well, did we want to wrap it up, guys? This has been so much fun. Do we want to give a few final thoughts, and what are we going to rate this thing?
Sure.
Anyone have any ideas?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think I have any other points to make. Like, I loved Onibaba the Kaiju. I loved there's just so much cool stuff here. The Jaeger, like all the designs looking unique and just really cool. I loved it. And it would be 5 stars for me, but I have to dock it down to 4.5, just because we're following Charlie Hunnam in this, like, really, I do not want to see this guy on screen. Really, like this guy, this guy can easily be on the background. And let's focus on someone else, because like I like the fact that like Charlie Hunnam's like our the leader of this whole thing. We not once talk about him in this episode, because it's just like,
yeah, I know,
he's just so like whatever.
Like,
he's such a
fine.
whatever. Exactly. He's just fine. He's just whatever. Like
he's a plot device. He's like Jake Sully in Avatar. Like he's
Exactly.
he's the least interesting thing about the movie.
Yeah, it's just not really interesting. Like, even we didn't even talk about Gypsy Danger, like that Jaeger, like it does look cool. I mean, the Iron Man like circle that he's got going on, like it's cool, but like it's just not as cool as like the surrounding stuff. I get so caught up with the surrounding things that it doesn't, like, I just can't give it the full 5, just because everything around it looks so much cooler, and we have to follow Charlie Hunnam around. So I'm at 4.5 stars, but I really, really love it. I really think this is
4.5 rocket arm punches.
Oh, they're 4.5 rocket arm punches. That's exactly right. I mean, oof, my God. It's and that rocket arm punch, when that happens, the guitars are flying. My emotions are on peak, and it's just when he gets that hit in, oof. I feel like a Jaeger. It's amazing. It's so good.
You get up off your couch and do the wave, man. It's like, it's like being at a sporting event. Yeah,
I'm the only one there, but I'll do it. Like it's
right.
it's fantastic. Yeah, so 4.5, rocket arm punches from Ismael here.
That's great.
Oh, that's awesome. How about you, Rod?
Like I said, the first time around, like I thought it was cool, but I didn't really like, think too deeply about it. But I again, a lot of the credit goes to the two Drake brothers for opening my eyes to kaiju movies,
That's
because
right.
Del Toro, like, it's very obvious that he wanted to write a love letter to these
Yeah.
big crazy monster movies, and it's a bunch of different kind of movies wrapped in one. It's like it's a big robot movie. It's like it's sort of a Godzilla movie with the big monsters, but then also like there's little hints of like like we touched on, like it's kind of a monster horror movie, like when they're like ripping open the
Mm.
Jaegers and
Mm.
plucking the dudes out. There's like the buddy comedy with with the two scientists. Like I would watch a sequel of the two of them just like on a road trip. Like you don't have to have any kaiju in it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different things rolled into one, and all of it's just like it's awesome. So I I nothing against Charlie Hunnam. I like he's fine. I kind of
I love
agree
him in
that
The
like
Gentleman. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
like he's a good actor. He's just not the most interesting thing about it to me. So I like Ismail. He's that bit is preventing it from going a full 5 rocket arm punches. So I'm gonna go with 4 rocket arm punches for Pacific Rim.
Very nice.
Nice. I'm with you guys there. I feel like Guillermo just brings so much heart to this movie, and in I almost want to say like a post kaiju cinema landscape that was the 2010s. He just brings it back to its roots, and something I really love about this is that, like, normally on Podzilla we watch these Godzilla movies which focus on one, maybe 2 kaiju at a time, but there's so many in this, and I think it doesn't detriment the movie as much as you think it would. Like having the ever present threat of just more and more kaiju coming in until, like they say in the movie, there's going to be 3 at a time, 4 at a time. It's this great sense of looming threat, and I don't think you'd be able to do that without the weightiness and the groundedness of the human stories of the Jaegers. It's fantastic. I do think that Charlie as Riley does bring it down a little bit, and it might just be me, but I found the climax of the movie right at the end to be a little underwhelming. I love when they try and bring the Jaeger through the portal and it explodes the whole civilization. But the fact that even in those moments, like they could just jettison the other pilots and get them back to the surface of Earth without any real danger, after the fact that they talked about needing some genetic material of the kaiju to go through in the first place. It might just be me nitpicking, but those final like 10 or so minutes did feel a bit rushed to me, almost like they had this real cool envision of like the Jaeger nuking out the whole civilization, and then they were like, oh yeah, however we get to that is fine. Admittedly, regardless, it's a great spectacle, and I feel like I'm that director in the movie Nope, who's just all about the spectacle. Like I love the spectacle in this movie, and regardless of how you feel watching it, you can't just not love each and every moment of those fight scenes. So yeah, I'm with you there on. I'm going to give it 4 rocket arm punches.
Oof.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Honestly, I loved this movie. I don't know why. It's just so much fun. It's like a rocket fueled, action packed thrill ride from like start to finish. I loved the fight scenes. I loved all the human stuff, which is a rarity in these movies to actually really connect to the humans, because most of them you're focused on the monsters. And this one actually, like my favorite part was probably the humans, was probably Mako and Pendacost's relationship, and was the scenes we got with Charlie Day. And Guillermo knocked this out of the park. Definitely comes off as a love letter to kaiju movies and monster movies and like anime and all the Saturday morning cartoons and stuff that I watched as a kid. So I'm going to give it 4.5 rocket arm punches out of 5. I absolutely loved this thing. Wow. It's so much fun.
The fact that all of us rated it 4 or higher, I think goes to show just how epic this movie is.
It's so great. Like Am I gonna watch it right now? Like,
I know, right?
it's just so cool. Yeah, I really like it.
Am I going to go and watch the sequel right now and then probably not love it as much?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just stick it to the animated series. Like, hopefully
Yeah.
that'll work.
Maybe follow it up with a different Guillermo del Toro monster movie instead of going to the
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shape
that's a
of
good
Water, right?
idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. How about those skin parasites, guys?
Oh, right?
Those kaiju skin
Oh.
parasites?
Those
These
are
were sick.
insane. Oh, yeah.
These are like animatronic bugs they were carrying
Yeah,
around.
they're just like
So
wailing around. It's crazy.
If there's any memorabilia I could choose to pick from this film and just keep it on my shelf, it's one of those little parasites.
Man.
I'd love to have them around my house.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine one of those as like a little Roomba.
Yeah, right. Or like a little,
So
like a little plush one, like a Build-A-Bear, but like a parasite.
Yes.
Like, you know, Universal, call me.
Oh my gosh.
The ideas this episode.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
We're gonna be billionaires by the end of this.
Oh, I know. We did get one message in from our listener Bigo.
Big O.
And Bigo says,
Ooh.
Pacific Rim is one of my favorite modern kaiju films to come out among films like Shin Godzilla and Nope. Its direction, art style, and world building is what I live for. And seeing the giant mechs and monsters realized the way that they were is breathtaking. Absolute joy this film is. And Bigo gave it a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Pretty awesome. And I also just wanted to shout out good friends Dirk and Marcy over on the movie mixtape did Pacific Rim as I think their final episode
Yeah.
before they went on hiatus a couple of months ago. So check it out. I'm going to be listening to it after this. I intentionally didn't listen to it, but I've been saving it there.
Oh, nice. I thought it was funny because they covered it right after you invited us on.
Yeah.
I know.
True.
I know. Stole our thunder.
Dirk actually called me out too, is like, because I had previously had a BLB score of 3 stars. Like 3 stars, Ron, really 3 stars. So Dirk, I hope that I've made you proud with my reassessment of this.
Oh man.
One last time, guys. Thank you, Ismael and Ron, just for coming on. It's a blast having you here. This has been so much fun.
Thank you so much for having us. Seriously, when we got the invite, I knew for a fact I clear up my schedule. I had to do it. Show up on Podzilla.
Right.
Like, it's just, you guys are fantastic to hear. A lot of times I don't watch the movies, but I still listen to your guys' voices, your rankings of all the monsters. It's just fantastic over here in Podzilla, and I'm really, really happy that we got to be over here. And I think you guys are like the only New Zealanders that listen to Reel Latinos. Like in our statistics, we have like 2 people
Right, yeah.
in Auckland. So, yeah. And we're like, all right, that's great. And then 1 person from Northland. So way to go. You know?
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, we're huge fans of you guys and the stuff you're doing over at Reel Latinos. Where can people listen to you? And did you want to just talk about what Reel Latinos is as well? Because it's such an amazing concept for a podcast.
Go for it, Ismael. No, you're the fearless leader, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I'm the guy behind the computer. So,
thanks for this plug opportunity. But yeah, Reel Latinos is it's a movie podcast for Latin American cinema. So a lot of times when people talk about like great movies, you know, we always talk about, you know, like the Hollywood movies coming out of Japan, a lot of European movies. And we just got sick and tired of it because we know that there's so much great Latin American cinema coming out. So all of us are from Latin American descent. So I'm from Mexico, but like I live there, don't live there. Like I live right at the border. So like I'm very in touch with like my Latinidad, like what makes me Latino. And then Ron, also Mexican descent, living over in Los Angeles, and
I'm not as in touch. So part of the reason why I wanted to do it is because, you know, my family was they were a little more into kind of like being like everybody else. So they where my family's from, it served them better to kind of like assimilate to what the culture was at the time, rather than you know, kind of celebrate their background.
Yep.
So now I'm in a position where I can kind of like go back and see what that part of my heritage is. And being able to do it with Ismail and our co-host Guti has meant a lot to me. And it also means a lot to me that you guys, Jay Micah, you guys always have so much good stuff to say about us. And I know that you mention us pretty frequently on your podcast, so I appreciate the shout outs and how much love you guys send our way.
We're big fans. What can we say? Honestly, the amount of like new favorite movies that I have just discovered through you guys has been amazing. Like
Diablo Rojo PTY. Yeah.
Oh
yes,
gosh.
honestly,
I love that
I'm not joking. When I watched that movie and I was like, man, this thing rips.
I cannot believe anyone else saw
Some
that.
crazy monster movie from Guatemala?
Panama.
Yeah, Panama.
But yeah, the Panamanian movie that's like super low budget, and like I had no expectations going into that, and I loved it so much.
Crazy monster practical effects. It's
I need to check this
so
out.
cool.
And yeah, it was Panama's very first ever like a horror movie that was produced from the country, and it came out like in 2019 or something. And so like, yeah, it was great stuff, great new finds that we have there in Reel Latinos. So yeah, so thank you for having us on. Seriously, I mean, who better than like with these like Latin American cinema has got like a not much of a following, but Podzilla. I mean, y'all are the best. You guys are so great. Like seriously, like and then of course your beautiful voices. How can we go through this whole episode without me commenting on what a great voices you both have? It's fantastic.
Likewise, you too. Likewise. Regardless of how the sequel to this movie is, I'd love to try and get you guys, as well as Goody, on again to talk about it. Just to jump into
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down too. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You two have covered a lot of movies where your conversation was more entertaining than the actual movie. So I mean, I'm open to anything.
We need to do it. We need to redeem Pacific Rim Uprising by talking about it.
Right. Watch, we love it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but thank you guys so much. Everyone, if you're listening to us and not listening to Reel Latinos, what are you even doing? Links in the show notes, but just search for Reel Latinos wherever you get your podcasts. I think they're going on a little bit of a break, or they're on one currently, but they're going to be back later on in the year with some more awesome films for you to discover. I'm going to be watching along those too, so I can't wait.
So that means it's the perfect time to catch up on all of the episodes you guys have done, right?
Yeah,
That's
right?
exactly right. 25 episodes, ready to go. Yeah, so listen to all those, and then we'll come back for season 2 like later in the year. I don't know what our first episode's going to be, but we'll make sure it's a big one. We'll make sure it's a real big one so that the wait was worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't wait.
Oh gosh, imagine the Holy Mountain, that kind of episode. Oof,
Oh, no
insane.
way.
Oh, yeah,
No way.
crazy. But or maybe a monster movie. Bring on the Podzilla boys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not producing the pod right now. I gotta go back to guest mode.
Honestly, though, yeah, we can't wait to have you guys on again. And for everyone listening, I think we're going to try and do more bonus eps like this in between our usual episode release, and might try and get some more awesome people on the show with us. So keep an eye out. But other than that, we are back next week with Godzilla 1985, an Americanization of The Return of Godzilla, which acts as a direct sequel to not the 1954 movie, but the 1956 Godzilla King of the Monsters, with an American character called Steve Martin that also makes appearances in this.
Oh boy, Steve. This is going to be a weird one.
It's going to be madness, but we can't wait to talk about it and can't wait for you guys to watch along. So we'll see you guys next week.
Go watch Hawk the Slayer. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the Slayer!
Yes!
You've been listening to a special bonus episode of Podzilla featuring Ismael and Ron from Reel Latinos. For more episodes on other films outside the Godzilla universe, how about checking out our Patreon? For $5 a month, you can get access to a whole backlog of exclusive episodes and commentary tracks. A big thank you to Cassie Celine for our episode art, and just a quick disclaimer that all music featured in this episode belongs to either Toho or Warner Brothers. Thanks for listening. Ron, I can't believe you've seen Hawk the Slayer. It's so good.
When did you see
That
that?
movie was rad, man. Jay sure had talked about it one time, or I think he had it in his top 4 or something like that. And
It
I was
still
like, I gotta
is,
check
man.
this out. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm like, it was one night where like, are we still recording? Or this isn't going to the episode, right?
We are, but no, I'll stop it.